My name's Tim. I am a person who loves music and have my whole life, but I have found myself narrowing what I listen to very narrow, a very small corridor, and realize I've been missing out on a lot of good music. I have been for the last few years watching tons of reactions and thought, I'm watching people react to music I love. So I thought maybe I should try to do a couple videos to see how it works out and find stuff that I've never listened to and maybe find some more stuff, more music that I'll love. I'm starting out with Ghost Love Score. You can, as you can see, I have seen this. I've seen this hundreds of times. I've watched it, so many people react to it. It's a song I love. Nightwish is a band I love. That's actually where this desire to start listening to other music came from, is because I've been so focused on Nightwish for years now that I listen to almost nothing else. So I thought I'd put this one out first. I didn't want to do a video on a first watch reaction and have it mess up, so I thought it'd be a better idea to react to a song I know and love, and it won't matter if I have technical problems that I can fix later because it's a song I know. Um, I will let you know I am a huge fan of Floor. Floor is, in my personal opinion, probably the greatest voice in the world right now. And that's, again, my personal opinion. But I started listening to Nightwish when Annette was in the band. So I actually really love Annette too. Floor is my favorite, but I love Annette. Taria, when I first heard of Nightwish back in the late '90s, early 2000s, I wasn't a fan of operatic vocals. So I loved the music, but I couldn't get behind this voice. So I never really listened to them. I've later and currently ad- admire that voice and like that voice. So I just want to let people know where my view on the Nightwish singers are. I don't want an argument. I know everybody has their favorite. My personal favorite is Floor. I love Annette and I love Taria, but that's my opinion. But I thought I'd go ahead and play this, give me thoughts on it, on the actual song. I'll stop a couple times, kind of give you my background with music and what I like and just my general thoughts. So I do want to let everybody know I'm recording this on my phone. I wanted to get a video or two out before I started investing in any kind of equipment because, I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff and realize this isn't for me. So I apologize for the quality. Hopefully you'll still enjoy it, and I appreciate anybody who's willing to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and start it, and here we go. It is my dream one day to go to Vakken. Such an epic way to begin a song, and the fact that it's so late in the concert, they've already been playing for over an hour, and they do this. yeah, that's. I mean, what can you say about that? I did want to talk a little bit about the other band members. Um, First, the changes that's happened. Yuka was an amazing drummer. I'm so happy he's still part of the band, and I love that he was able to pick his own successor with Kai. I love both drummers. Their styles are so different, but still, both of them are amazing drummers. And of course, with Marco, after Marco left, which I actually remember that morning, I woke up and just picked up my phone. I was laying in bed, and I saw his message on, I think it was Facebook, and it blew my mind that he was leaving. It killed me. I love Marco's contribute how he contributes to the band. His voice is amazing. Their harmonies are amazing. But he felt he needed to do what he needed to do, and I really like the way Yuka's filled in the bass. I'm looking forward to see what he does on an album that was written with him in mind. I understand he does sing some, or he did sing with Winter some a little bit, and I'm wondering if Tomas is going to have stuff for him to sing. And then there's Impu, who I love him. He's such an underrated guitarist. Not Nightwish, Nightwish fans love him, but I love the fact that he plays what he needs to play. He can shred. He does amazing melodies with his guitar. The the solo in this song is more of him singing through his guitar, and I love it. Troy, who obviously isn't in this song, but he's been part of the band since I've been listening to them because I started in Dark Passion Play, and I've really, I mean, he can play anything. He's got a great sense of humor. I love everything about Troy, and then of course there's Tomas, who is the master of Nightwish, and he's spectacular with his the way he creates this music. I'll go ahead and get back into it. I love how this was always doing something. And I love a drummer who actually uses the chimes on his drum kit.
Siren carried him to me.
that solo because that is not a shred solo. That is he's literally playing the lyrics, and it's amazing. Like I mentioned with the drummer earlier, the drums actually using his chimes. I've seen an amazing amount of local bands, local garage band stuff, where the drummer will spend two, three, $400 on a set of chimes that he never touches. God, I love how Tomas arranged this. It is a movie score. Having the word score in there isn't just for fun. It's actually, it could be a movie score. I love that change where she starts getting more aggressive. Just a quick rundown of my musical history and past. As a kid, I was a fan of country. Couldn't stand rock and roll, but that was probably brought on from my parents. My parents just listened to country. Then, as I was getting a little bit older, early 80s, late 70s, early 80s, my sister started listening to a rock radio, started listening to like Foreigner and Styx and Rick Springfield and stuff like that. And to this day, I've gotten to where I really love it, and I still love it to this day. Then we got MTV, and we started getting a little more harder stuff. The hair metal time period was coming on. I'm a huge fan. I became a huge fan by the time I was 10 years old. I was a huge fan of Motley Crue and Twisted Sister and Rat and Cinderella and all these hair metal bands. And by the way, I don't take that as an insult. I love hair metal. I know people think that it's don't like it, but to me, it was amazing. And like I said, to this day, I still will listen to it. Then my taste started getting a little more hard. I got into Metallica, Megadeth, Manowar, stuff like that. And as I've gotten older, I just have continued to progress in my taste of music, of heavy music, heavy hard rock, heavy metal. I started getting into female-fronted bands, and that's about the time I ran into Nightwish again after having heard them before. And then symphonic metal became my thing. I am a musician, a so-so musician. Starting in grade school, I was playing the French horn in orchestras. I played in orchestras all the way through high school, a little bit of college, and some community orchestras. I've been in high school and college. I was in a couple different heavy metal bands as the drummer, and then a little bit as a singer, but I'm a terrible singer, so that didn't last. and I'm not all that great of a drummer either. I can play a little bit of guitar, but I love music my whole life, and it brought me to Nightwish and where I'm at today. Let's go ahead and get back into it. Her crowd control is amazing. Her presence on that stage and just controlling that audience. There's very few people like her. Real quick, before we finish it out, I want to give a little bit of history on me seeing Nightwish and listening to them. Like I said, I found them around the Dark Passion Play album. It was the Bye Bye Beautiful video is what caught my eye, and then the Amaranth video was out also. I saw Nightwish. I live in the States. I saw them 2 or 3 times with a net. I honestly, I want to say 3 times, but I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 times. But I saw them at least 2 times with a net. Amazing. I don't understand when people say she can't sing live, because every time I've seen her live, she was spectacular. And then I saw them, the last time I saw them was in Oklahoma City in 2012. It was either the third or fourth show with Floor. And at the time, I didn't even know there had been a problem. I wasn't online very much. I have a video on my YouTube of me talking about the concert as, on my drive home. It was like a 6-hour drive that I went to see them. So I got to see Floor that first week that she was with them, and it blew my mind. And I couldn't get enough of her ever since. And I hope, it kills me that they said they're not going to tour on their next album. I'm hoping they do, because I want to see them alive again. And my little daughter, 8-year-old little daughter, is obsessed with Nightwish, and I want to take her to a Nightwish show. Let's go ahead and finish out this video. I mean, what can you say about that performance? That is amazing. Well, if you actually sat and watched through this whole thing, I appreciate it. I realize I ramble a lot. I'm not super comfortable on camera or talking publicly, although I'm alone in my living room right now, but I definitely get uncomfortable in the spotlight. I hope you've enjoyed it. Go ahead and, if you want to, if you liked it, like the video. If you didn't, I understand. I'm definitely not for everybody. And there are a couple of videos on my page that maybe you'll be interested in. There's a bad video of Nightwish doing the Islander in two parts on my video. The audio is really not that great, but I loved the concert. It was from the Oklahoma show, and I had a terrible phone that recorded the audio was just awful. But I love the video. There's also videos from a couple other bands that I've gone to see live and I really enjoyed. And like I said, there's a video of me kind of kind of reviewing the show in Oklahoma City. But I guess that'll be it for now. I appreciate anybody who watched it, and I hope to see you again. Have a good one.